Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be a mid-monthly reading for all of the signs, focusing on the areas of career and finance and love and relationships. For the career and finance part of the reading, I'll be using the Gilded Tarot. This is by Ciro Marchetti, and an oracle card from the Life Purpose Oracle card deck by Doreen. And for the love and relationships, I will use the Wheel of the Year Tarot and pull an oracle card from the Romance Angels deck by Doreen. If I need to clarify anything, I will use my new Zillich Tarot deck if needed. As I like to remind you, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to get a private reading from me. If you are interested in a private reading, you can take a look at the description box below this video. There you'll find all of the information about how to connect with me on INSTANTGO, as well as my site and my email. All right, so I will stop for now, and we'll see each of the signs in 1 second for your mid-monthly reading. Bye for now. Hi Libra, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading for August 2018. As you can see, I have already shuffled and laid the spread off camera just to save a little bit of time. So let's jump into it. You have, we'll begin with the career and finance part of your reading. So in the past position, I like saying this in the past, you have the 10 of Swords, followed by Major Arcana number 18, the Moon. And the outbound energy is the 8 of Wands. The card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the month, you have Major Arcana number 13, Death. And from the Life Purpose Oracle card deck, you have Travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. And I'll talk more about this in a minute. So, beginning with this 10 of Swords, this is obviously not a great card. I mean, you can see the man is, he's looks as though he's been betrayed, stabbed in the back, right? He's laying on the ground, has all of these arrows pointing down at him, so it's and we see there's this sort of deer looking at him, very concerned that he's in that situation. But with this being Swords energy, Swords have to do with our thoughts. It's a suit of the mind, of the intellect. It's also, the suit of our ideas, communication. And with this being a 10, much like, and you do have the 10 of the Major Arcana in your romance reading, the 10s in the Tarot, they are culminations, they're endings. And so, after the 10, there's a change, right? There's a change of fortune, things end, cycles change, and you revert back to the Ace. So it would go back to the Ace of Swords, which is success. It's a brand new beginning. It's sort of that aha moment with the Ace of Swords. It's having clarity, which is something that is needed here, right, with the Moon card immediately after it. But there could have been within your work environment, there could have been a situation that was just, very sort of toxic, very unhealthy for you. It had you very, down, very worried. There could have even been some type of, backstabbing happening within the workplace, somebody trying to go against you, or, that type of energy. But it is just thoughts, and, we can get out of it. It's just about changing our way of thinking, right? We can get out of the Swords energy, but it's also this ending, which was a necessary ending in order to allow for a new beginning. So, it is in the past position. So there could have been a difficult situation at work. If this is to do with your finances, 10 of Swords, there could have been some type of betrayal as far as your finances go. Feeling as though you're at the sort of rock bottom, no way out, very difficult. But you've moved on from that now. And, the other cards, they also have to do with, well, especially the Death card here, endings and then what comes after it. And that seems, so far, it seems to be kind of a theme in a lot of the readings. And I felt that as well with the general reading for the month of August for many, many signs. So, jumping over here to the moon card, and the moon card sitting in the present position, there could be, you might be sort of receiving messages at this time. I would definitely say, this could be you with your intuition, really kicking in at a heightened state this month. Also, pay attention to your dreams with the moon card, that you might be receiving messages coming in through your dreams that might help you if there's a decision to be made, or, as you move out of this Ten of Swords energy, that might be significant. And also the moon card has to do with facing our fears, okay? So there could be something to do with, as you move out of the Ten of Swords, there might be a situation where you're actually asked to kind of face your fears. Maybe it's this fear of a new beginning. Maybe it's a fear of changing careers if you've been at that one for quite a while. And the moon card can definitely have to do, because, the moon, yes, it also, it shines a light, much like the sun card. But the moon, it casts shadows, right? There's the light of the moon, but it also casts shadows. So it creates these shadows, which have to do with, our fears. Shadows have to do with, us needing to listen to or tune into our intuition in order to gain clarity, in order to figure something out. It can have to do with secrets as well with the moon card. So it's really about tapping into your intuition in order to, or as you move forward, it could have to do with, what's coming in. You might need to, really listen to your intuition as you're receiving this news, or as you begin this new cycle. Trusting in that gut feeling that you have as far as whatever's coming in. And it does seem as though, as you head out of the month, there could definitely be news coming in. This is very fast-paced energy, right? The Eight of Wands, it's like changes in the air. Something is definitely, you can sense it. It's like you can feel that it's coming in. And usually with the Eight of Wands, it's very fast-paced energy. Sometimes it can be almost time sensitive. You might need to act on something quite quickly. This can also be news coming in from afar. This can have to do with travel. Might have to do with an opportunity at a distance, even, across the ocean, overseas. And with the Suit of Wands, this deals with the day-to-day matters in life. So the work has to do with our jobs, our work, the work that we do, but it's also our drive, ambition, determination, passion for those things, for the work that we do, for our business endeavors. So there could be news coming in quite quickly. And then with the Death card, again, is the overall energy. The Death card is a significant ending. But, without death, without first ending, without this Ten of Swords, as painful as it might be, as difficult as it might be, to, face these fears, to begin this new job, to move on, to have this new cycle, there can be no, new life after it. The death, this painful death or Ten of Swords, it's necessary, right? But there's a significant ending with this being a major arcana. And actually 2 of your 4 cards here are major arcana. So, significant or divine orchestration at play, significant powerful messages coming in, endings, new beginnings, possibly, travel, maybe something to do with an opportunity overseas, or hearing about an opportunity at a distance. And again, your life purpose card also has to do with travel. So for some of you, there could be, travel could be very significant towards the end of this month, or this month for you, as far as career and finance goes. Let's find this card, and I like to read the full description for the oracle cards. This card says, you drew this card as validation of what you already knew, that your life's work involves traveling. You may be called to be of service in faraway places, or it could be that a life-changing travel experience will give you breakthrough information about your divine purpose. Like a traveling minstrel, you bring blessings wherever you go. This card also speaks to movement in your life, with adventurous and life-enhancing changes occurring for you now and in the immediate future. By letting go of the old and stepping into these changes, you gain and sense the meaning. You gain the sense of meaning and fulfillment that you have desired. The former stagnation is replaced with a passion for new projects and relationships. A third meaning of this card is that your life purpose involves technology, especially with respect to computers and telecommunication. This could signal telecommuting, where you work from home via computer, or it could literally mean that your work involves computer programming, sales, and such. And that's something I think I didn't mention it when I was going through the cards, but the Eight of Wands can also have to do with, yes, it's news coming in from afar, it's messages, but it can also be that quick back and forth. So, emailing, text messaging. So that could be something to do with, computers and exchanging messages and whatever this news coming in, possibly this new opportunity. It comes in not through, snail mail, but it's like the back and forth, the texting, the emailing, the online type of communication. So interesting. Looks good, but, interesting, powerful messages for you. Now, let's move on to your love and relationships. All right, now love and relationships. You have in the past position the Six of Cups, Six of Chalices, followed by Major Arcana number 10, the Wheel. This is the Wheel of Fortune. And in the outbound position, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Very nice. And the card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for love and romance for the remainder of the month. Beautiful, the Ace of Wands. It's a beautiful new beginnings, right? And the Romance Angels card, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. This is interesting because I think I'll start with the overall energy. So, the Suit of Wands, we had it up here with the Eight of Wands, but it deals with, the day-to-day matters. It's also, our kind of passion, excitement, our drive and ambition, and especially with, relationships. This is a new beginning, right? Aces in the Tarot, they are blessings. It's sort of the universe extending its hand out, giving you this beautiful new opportunity, this new, new start. And especially with the Ace of Wands, I mean, this, as you can see, there's kind of a spark here, right? So it's that spark of excitement. It's that spark of a new beginning. And so for many of you, if you're already in a relationship, this could be, sort of getting or putting a spark back into the relationship, doing something to kind of rekindle that fire and excitement and, that type of energy. But I'm getting that for many of you, this is, new. This is something brand new. So if you are currently single, there's a beautiful new opportunity coming in, a new relationship that could be very exciting, very passionate, that you feel very excited about, and that ultimately, could lead to great happiness and has a lot of staying power. But first, what needs to happen is, and this is kind of, I think, echoed by the Oracle, the Romance Angels card, there's a need to let go of the past, because in the past position, you have the Six of Chalices, and this is, you can see how she's looking back. It's like there's a woman and she's looking back or remembering this relationship, remembering a time from the past. And with this, the Suit of Cups, it has to do with our feelings, our emotions, our relationships. And this, in general, the Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia. It's a card of looking back. It can have to do with, people from our past. This can have to do with past relationships, past, old friends, childhood friends, past lovers. And I'm getting a couple of different messages coming through here. I think for a group of you watching, there could be, a rekindling, a getting back, giving a second chance to somebody from your past. And other people watching, this would be, a releasing of these past or these memories, these relationships, you know, thinking back on it, just letting that go with this change coming in, with this brand new cycle with the Wheel of Fortune, and then new beginnings. So, you know, a need to kind of release the past, release past relationships, even release your ex if there's, you know, if you're still kind of holding on to feelings, or just, you know, could even be resentment, you know, whatever this is towards your ex, just let go of that. Because there's change coming in. The Wheel of Fortune, this is very karmic, right? This is about a change of a change of fortune, right? It's about good things starting to happen in your life. The wheel is finally turning. You're having new beginnings. You have this beautiful, you know, the Ace of Wands here, which is a success card. It's a card of new beginnings and victory in those new beginnings. And with the wheel turning, this is about new cycles. You know, finally, there's this new cycle beginning for you. And, you know, with this 10 of Pentacles is the outbound energy. Whatever this new cycle, new relationship is, it definitely, you know, it has potential. It can definitely grow. This 10 of Pentacles card is typically referred to, you know, as the sort of happily ever after card. You can see that there's the happy couple on the card. They have all of the financial security that they've wanted. And not only have they, you know, planted the seeds, not only have the trees given them fruit here, we have the grapes hanging off of the trees, hanging off the vines. We actually have bottles of wine. So they've actually harvested that. They've taken the time, they've worked together, they've made the wine. So this is a card of, you know, of longevity. This is a card of, you know, of emotional and, you know, financial relationship stability and success as well. I mean, yes, 10s can be endings, you know, we have the 10 and the 10 here, but 10s are also, you know, they're also sort of, especially with the 10 of Pentacles, the culmination of, you know, this is all of the, sometimes this card is also referred to as like the money, you know, inherited or money over time, property over time. So takes a long time to work up to this. So, you know, again, the staying power, this change with the 10 of Wheel, things going in your favor, new relationships coming in here, and ones that, you know, could definitely sort of stand the test of time here. So very positive. We don't have any court cards in your reading as far as, you know, possible signs for, you know, for the new relationship. But if we think about, you know, Ace of Wands, this is fire energy, we have water energy, and then we have earth energy with the Pentacles. The only suit that is not represented here is air energy. So, but the rest of the signs are. So could be a new relationship with a person from any of those signs. But it's more about the need to release something from the past. Could be a past way of thinking. And also with this, especially in this deck, the Six of Cups has to do with not allowing the past to influence your present, to, you know, influence the future. For example, you know, if you're still harboring these kind of feelings of resentment, negative, you know, this negative thinking or thought pattern or thinking back to past relationships, you know, leave that in the past. Don't bring that into your present, because you have just beautiful energy. You know, the rest of the reading here is very, I'm not saying that the Six of Cups is not a bad card either, but, you know, in the sense of needing to release this, you know, leave this where it is in the past. Don't allow these past mistakes, the past, you know, all of this past energy to make its way into the present, because you have these new cycles beginning. So allow them to begin. And that's really echoed by this Release Your Ex card. Let me find it here in the guidebook. I like to read the full description for the oracle cards. And this card says, you drew this card because your love life will improve once you emotionally and energetically release your ex-lover. The benefits of doing so include increased happiness, feelings of freedom, and the ability to attract a new lover, who would otherwise sense the presence of your ex in your aura. The moment you make the decision to let go of the past, it is done. Sometimes this is akin to peeling layers from the onion. So continue releasing your ex whenever old, familiar feelings arise, or you find yourself attracting people reminiscent of him or her. As the painting on this card depicts, you may want to ceremonially burn a letter to release the old relationship energy, and symbolically let go of old feelings. Or you can call upon the romance angels to clear lingering attachments to your ex. Interesting. Oh yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but you see how she's holding this letter, and this can be very very liberating, actually, very freeing to write down, burn this letter, write on a piece of paper, I release, and put the name of your ex, I release this, you from having any type of hold over my life, or release you from affecting my, my happiness, my future happiness, my new relationships, and then, actually put fire to the letter, right, and allow it to burn, and just allow that energy, allow all of the smoke to rise up into the air and release it, right? And I think, and we do have the, another reference to this flame, the fire with this Ace of Wands here, right? So release that. Release your ex, release any type of negative thinking or your attachment to these past relationships, behaviors attached to the past relationships, your ex, him or herself, and then, open yourself up to these new beginnings, because you have two beautiful 10 cards here and these new cycles beginning with the Ace of Wands, and it's all very positive. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of August. Bye for now.